Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. GGL number 8, Madden 20 action, and the game is about to be underway. First Final Four matchup, we got Hittermain and Ludi versus
Red Woods and Big Face, and here it is, semifinals action. Winner of this will be moving themselves to the finals, get themselves a nice extra wad of cash, and a chance to fight for a title that really only Snoop has won. Snoop's won all of them.
Yeah.
Except the last one.
All the ones for 2-on-2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Won all of them.
So again, big things on the line here for these two squads. And big question here for both these squads. Can the offenses continue to produce the way that they did before? I think Hidden and Ludi, it was an offensive battle there. Through good defense on the opposite side, Big Face was really taking charge of things, and Red Grant holding things down.
Yeah. Speaking of things produced, we got a big shout out to all our sponsors coming through.
Yeah.
We got Cedo. Cedo came through with amazing grow house, portable grow house that you can put inside your home. And if you would like to, if you study horticulture and you would like to grow some of your own, plant-based things, that's what you use that for. That's how that works. Also, the Savage coming through in another savage way. It's always so fun to have those guys here. They're so much fun.
Yeah.
They're just fun hanging out here at the compound. Also, Daily High Club. Make sure you guys follow those guys on Instagram at Daily High Club. And, of course, birthdays coming through once again. It's not a birthday without a birthday. Well, I guess for me, I've had several, but, for other people.
Birthday is always good.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Early timeout.
King Louie's here. King Louie hanging out. Also, big shout out to Beth over there at Beyond Meat. Yeah, Beth came through. The truck came through. We got all those delicious Beyond Meat burgers. And also, Wingstop. Of course, Lucid Sound, the official audio provider of the GGL. And, of course, Boss Lady Entertainment. We wouldn't, get to be hanging out here without the Boss Lady. So big thanks to the Boss Lady allowing the GGL to take place here at the compound. Now check it in at this game that just went underway.
Well, one more. Always got to say shout out to YouTube Lambo Fit. Lambo Fit right here.
Hey, there you go. Appreciate
Owner
it.
of the Lambo Fit YouTube channel.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for putting on the event. All right, let's dive into the game. Early timeout called by Big Face on offense. They had to change play. They didn't like the personnel they had. And so Taylor Gang now got him on the ropes. 3rd and 14, a long play here for Big Face.
I mean, that's so good for the momentum for Taylor Gang, right? Like, those guys locked in, got the headsets going, big communication. Big Face hasn't learned yet. We've systematically said, hey, the winners have all worn the headsets. Big Face is like, he's tempting fate.
There it is.
So now he's doing something. You can't listen to the commentators. That's always bad. Even when it's good, it's bad.
Here we go. Big Face going
back.
early.
Big aggressive throw. That could have been an interception.
Yeah, it could have been. Ball popped straight up. A little high with the bullet pass. Delaney Walker gets jacked up right in the back. Drops the ball. Punting situation. Taylor Gang holding here on the first drive. Oh, nice punt.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
It was good.
Dion forced to catch out of bounds, not able to get a run back with one of the fastest players.
I mean, you do not want to get Dion in the open field. You get one solid juke, and that is sprung. I'm talking, I'm sprung out to get me. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yep. Trying to harmonize.
Yeah, Ludi rocking that. Taylor Gang. I don't think I can say it without doing it that way.
The pause.
Yeah. It just has to be. I also love the way that they're using those headsets. They're like the communication between those two. So crucial to their previous win. I wonder if they can repeat history once again.
Yeah, again, Red Grant has played some stout defense. Ludi has been consistent on offense. Hasn't been explosive, but consistent. Needs to get something going here early on. Given the fact that they were able to stop the fact that Red Grant was able to get the ball first, not score any points.
It's rough. Use a timeout already so early in the first quarter, so that's really going to put you in a bad spot. But, both teams have used a timeout. The question is, who's going to benefit more from the use of those early timeouts? Like, at this point, I kind of would have let it play out. I would have said, hey, even if I take one big play for a loss, I might need those come late second quarter action.
Yeah, you could see right here, it's the same type of defense that Tdap was running earlier. It's just a press defense. You're begging the other team to throw it over your head, throw it deep, and hoping that you get a sack. And so, gotta have to work through that early passes here against this type of press defense. 3rd and 18. I'd be surprised if they continue to use it, and you can back off now and just play for the punt. Yeah, so
again,
a little bit further back.
Seeing Ludi going with Vic. And I like Vic as a QB. Now, I have luck. I do have luck in my lineup, but, I leveled up my Vic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go, one-on-one on the outside.
Ooh.
Comes back. Ooh! Big INT right there, Champ Bailey.
That's big. That's a breath of fresh air right now. Like, Red Grant really needed something early on. He needed something to kind of shift the momentum, take it away, take some of that wind out of the sails of the Taylor gang.
Yeah, and I like the fact that when you're playing man coverage, a lot of the time one guy's covering one side of the field, the other one's cutting the other side. And on streak patterns, you're just holding up. But as soon as the cutback happened, he cut back as well. Big pick here for Red Grant to give Big Face good position as they look to score their first points.
So at the Levi's Stadium. I didn't realize Levi's had a stadium.
When the 49ers left Candlestick Park, Levi's bought the rights.
Yeah.
Woo! That was a big hit. That should have been a fumble.
Tire burning fun. Yes, Snoop's playing. Not in this game. Snoop will be in the next game. That game will be Snoop Dogg, a.k.a. Elroy, and Tdap versus Chevy Woods and Tecmo Bowl. Luck dropping back. All kinds of time.
Oh, going deep to the corner.
Cross body. Oh!
Woo! Yeah, I think got a little greedy there on that one.
You have the tendency to let that happen, though, because it's Madden, it's not real life, you're not taking real hits, and you think, I can bomb it. And I think so many people remember the days of Michael Vick dropping back, and you either spring for the run, or you can bomb it 80 yards downfield, and it was almost unstoppable.
Yeah, and there just a little bit of trouble on that one. Rolled out, threw it deep. Didn't really have too much there with Andrew Luck. I think he could have just ran it, got himself 5 yards, and gone for a 3rd and 5. Instead, pick. And after the early turnover, Taylor Gang trying to bounce back.
Dread Central makes a great point. Dougie, feel free to come back to one of those streams then.
Yeah, big stop loss in the backfield. And there, you're not getting too much right now out of the offense from Ludi. And for both these offenses, 0-0, teams haven't been able to, with multiple different possessions, haven't been able to even move the ball. Drop back.
Ludi dropping back. A lot of time to throw. Ooh, oh, that's gone. You're gone.
Tyreek Hill.
Hill's gone. Thomas isn't getting there. He's not getting there. He's not going to do it. He's not doing it. He's not getting there. He's gone. You see Hittermain. Hittermain's feeling it.
Yeah.
Getting on the board, putting a quick 6. Now, going to be up 7.
Yeah, that throw went through a little bit of coverage there, but no one clicked on, went for a pick. Tyreek Hill on a matchup with a guy numbered 63. That's not going to be good news at any point. What's up? It's good, and first points.
This
go to
is
hit it,
much more manageable score. It's like, all right, took most of the first quarter. Score's only 7-0. I think by this point in the last game, we were probably at like 18 points.
Yeah.
So that means that's a testament to the defense that we're at least seeing.
For sure. I think the defense going well. The guys took a little bit of time to feel each other out. I think the offenses just took a little bit to get going as well. But either way, one big play changes the whole spectrum of the game.
It's going to bring that one out of the end zone. Going to get dropped just about the 21-yard line. All right, so Degon, you're Red Grant playing with Big Face. Are you just listening at this point, letting the young fella do his thing?
Yeah, I think you do on offense. You let Red Grant, you take care of the defense on offense. You've seen multiple teams kind of fall apart when one guy's trying to overstep, clicking on to the running back when he's not supposed to, clicking on to the receiver when he's not supposed to. Teams find success when they do their job really well. And when you get two guys that do that, like Snoop and T-Dap, they find success.
My favorite thing is, you're watching the two players that are winning. You're watching Hittermain, you're watching Ludi. Those guys are winning. They're wearing those LS50 headsets.
This might be it.
I don't know if
Champ Bailey?
he's not getting out of there. He'll get dropped.
Can't call it early, baby.
Call out.
He called the house.
Big Face said he's not ready to go home yet.
One play.
He said it's a weeknight, but I don't have a curfew. Let's go.
And there it is. He wasn't ready for it. Wasn't ready for the big spin move.
All tied up, 7-7. We got a game on our hands.
Yeah, one play changes the complexion of everything.
You know what? You see how quickly, Taylor Gang was feeling it. They were loud. They were excited. And that one play single-handedly shut down most of the conversation between Ludi and Hittermain.
Yeah. My worries have been proven false. The offenses are live and well. They're fine. We'll get swapped on over to the offense in just a second to see how Taylor Gang work on that offensive side as we see linebacker coverage here for Red Grant and Big Face. But, Big Face, barely able to get to the corner. There we go. Over to Hittermain and see how this offense bounces back after the back-to-back house calls. Second down of 5. Still in the first quarter, even though we've seen a lot of runs. Not quite able to break away from that one. And again, slow but steady. This is how Taylor Gang worked out in that first game. It was Ludi just methodically moving it down the field multiple times over until the gap became big enough. And it looks like they're doing the same, and more of the same in this one. Heavy dose of the run.
I think it's important right now to just stress, if you just joined us, GGL number 8, this is the first of the final 4 matchups, and the winner of this match is going to seal that first ticket into the finals. Mm-hmm. That's huge. You're going to the finals in GGL number 8. Question is, will it be Hittermain and Ludi or Red Grant and Big Face?
Yeah, equal through quarter number 1, 7-7, each team with one big play. Other than that, it's been a lot of grinding through the tackles, trying to work their way on up and slowly get through.
Degon, how important is this drive right now for the Taylor game? So after, being scored on, as an answer.
Yeah.
But it happened quickly. So now, do you need an answer right away to, reel them back in?
It's just battle for battle, but here we go. They'll take that.
That's exactly what I was describing.
George Kittle.
You just, straight down. Taylor Gang going back up again. I'm okay with this. I'm okay with seeing them trading points back and forth. The problem is, if you continue to trade points back and forth, the moment that you mess up, your opponent has the advantage.
Yes, this is true. But again, I love the fact that these guys are going back to it. Back and forth, back to it. And it seems like it's execution-based things. It's, hey, look, I'm daring you to throw on me. And if you do, you have a one-on-one. And not only are they getting the throw and the pass, but also juking out the defender. It's been real cool. Real cool to see on both ends. Let's see how we bounce back. Ooh. All right, you see the Denzel Ward playmaker attribute already online. The shutdown corner, so don't want to throw on his side. Don't want to throw on his side quite yet.
I'm very interested to see here. I want to see the answer from Big Face.
Yeah, didn't see what this play is. Okay, it is a pass play. Underneath, hey.
Oh, it's right there.
Oh, going
it's
deeper.
There.
All right, you take that
Possession,
one.
You take it. You move downfield.
You see that stat there at the top? This is the first pass that Big Face has completed so far in this matchup. After, again, he was, I would say, the strength of the team.
I'm surprised that they actually had the clock stop there. Because if you even looked at the replay. Oh no, okay, it kept rolling. I was like, the knee came down in bounds.
One of those weird things where I think it stopped until you snapped the ball. Saquon able to get some yardage there after that looked like it was going to be a big loss. Nice run by Big Face. Again, if you cut up too early, I think the Jamal Adams guard there able to catch him from behind.
Yeah, and you know what? We've seen some incredible jukes, some incredible predictions on what your opponent's going to do. It says, hey, how long do I need to hold this? How long before I juke?
Yeah.
You know, when do I make my move?
Bo Jackson gets Troy Polamalu. Troy should get this. Yeah.
Yeah, Troy will get
Troy's fast. But again, just buying time at the line of scrimmage. These runs have just been like just kind of patient. They've been very patient type of runs here.
You know, Degon, it's one of those things where I look at my team as I'm leveling up my own Mutt team, and I'm like, Palomalo, he'll get there. He'll make that tackle. Yeah, every single time that I've run and caught up to someone, I just kind of casually run behind them. Never actually tackle. If I go over the tackle, they just kind of fall behind them. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Yeah. You got to make sure you get beside them and then try to, like, tackle into them.
I'm like, can you dive? Can you put out your hand? Can you go for the shoestrings? Can we do that? Is that a thing? No?
Those aren't things anymore.
All right, not for me, I guess. About halfway through the second quarter, 3.5 minutes remaining with a score of 14-7. Red Grant finds himself in a hole, but in great field position here in the red zone.
All right, again, more of the heavy dose. Playing it safe, this one. Oh, it looked like it was the quarterback option. I think you could have given that one to Red Grant. Look at that. Red Grant had a lot of yardage there.
Wasn't able to use that user stumble recovery.
So Zach coming on through. 14-7. 3rd and 7 here, and you did a lot of good work to get to this point. You want to get all 7 points here. You don't want to have to settle for a field goal. Again, remember, in the second half, I believe it's Taylor Gang that gets the ball. Ooh.
All right, 3rd and 7 situation. Deon, how do you feel about this play call here?
Not sure what it was, but Hinneman had to call timeout.
He didn't like something.
Yeah. I think in this case, you haven't had a lot of success in your passing game, right? It's been a lot of double and out with a corner and then a streak. You don't have that space to do it here. I would have looked for something like a screen, something where you buy a little bit more time with something coming across. Go see him across. A and B both crossing. No one open.
You know what?
Yeah. It's just tough when you're that close to the end zone. You don't have the type of space to pass through. And unfortunately, it's a sack. They got to settle for the field goal and make sure he hits his one. Looks up.
He knew what he did wrong then. Like, the moment that he turned into the defender, he said, you know what? Shouldn't have tried to cut that way.
Yep.
Because there just wasn't enough speed on the turn.
So there we go. Still one possession game, but now a lot of momentum on the side here for Taylor Gang. They were on defense first. They held. Now they're up. If they can score here, it's going to be very difficult for Big Face to bounce back.
You know, I think the big thing here is if Taylor Gang can keep their composure. Taylor Gang never making their way to the finals before, knowing what's on the line, knowing that even though we're just in the second quarter, they've pretty solidly been in command thus far.
Yeah.
You know, they forced them to settle for a field goal. The defense has been, very solid. One could argue that the one touchdown pass that we saw that was strong and that was deep was like, okay, maybe a bad read there.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're getting outplayed. So you got to make sure they stay focused on what's happening now and they don't start looking ahead to the finals too soon.
Yeah, definitely agree here. And close out the job. Focus in on the task at hand. So possibility to do so here right now for Taylor Gang. Ludi, he's been solid at quarterback. Just calling the offensive plays here. Another nice run. The juke buys a little bit of time, but goes down. Nice 8-yard run to kick things off here.
Yeah, you know what? But, picking up so many yards. And really, I think the thing is, Ludi, even though with Vic, not afraid to hand off the ball. They've been done extremely well with those running plays. Usually, when you have Vic, you're like, hey, you're expecting Vic's going to go from the gun, going to drop back another, 8 to 15 yards, and he's going to bomb it downfield. These guys are saying, hey, we'll keep Vic right there at the line, and we're willing to make these running plays and chip away 5, 6, 7 yards at a time.
Yep. A little fullback power, not quite able to get it. Christian Okoye. You've seen a lot of this card over the last patch or so, and again, it lets you do these like sneaky things with fullback runs, and you got a guy that can power through it. Got 2 yards, but need a 4. Third and 2 now. Big third down here, as we hit the 2-minute warning.
And I wondered earlier when we saw those early timeouts being taken. I said, "Hey, is that gonna come to bite them, in the butt come the end of the second quarter?" And it really hasn't. Both teams still with 1 timeout. I mean, not exceptional field position for Taylor Gang. I mean, they do have the ball, but they still got a long way to go with only 1:45 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, you hate using your timeouts for bad defensive calls, bad defensive personnel, but you'd rather do that than give up a big play and an easy touchdown. So I think you hit the nail on the head right there. You hate to use it there, but it hasn't punished them quite yet, and that's fine.
Another runs the outside. Gonna barely make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, again, these shotgun runs that are sweeps across, it takes a lot to get yourself to the outside, and if you're playing against a fast defense, tough to do so. And Saquon, he can break tackles, but when you're breaking tackles behind your own line of scrimmage, very difficult to break free after your first one. Clock's still rolling. I kind of like this here from Taylor Gang. They can throw later. If not, they can force Grant to use the final timeout. Nice juke. There's one.
Like
there's 2. Runs into his teammate.
Oh, I like that a lot. I mean, he's not going to get there, but that's great positive yardage.
I think he could have gone out there at the very last second, but dang, he just ran right into his teammate. All right, so they're calling plays. Clock's still rolling right now. 1 timeout. You want to save that for right before your field goal. Get that play in. They do get it in.
They would love to make it a 2-possession game right before the half, and then I believe they get the ball back, don't they?
Yeah, they get the ball back here. So field goal definitely puts them in a nice cushion. Here we go. Another run. Left side. Getting some yardage. But again, clock rolling. Got to call play. Got to get it in. 1 timeout still left once they kick the field goal.
With the hurry up, that's a quick 10 seconds.
Yeah, the accelerated clock. Not going to help things. But Okoye around the corner.
All they needed.
Oh, no.
Oh, the play gets it in. Going up by, another touchdown. Now, Degon, that's got to be a dagger. So now taking 10 points, soon to be 11 points into the half, and getting the ball back after the half. What is that going to do for the mindset of Big Face right now?
It's going to put a lot of pressure now on Big Face when they have the opportunity to get the ball back, and a lot of pressure on Red Grant because, again, Taylor Gang getting the ball back in the second half, a big turn of events here, and with them now on the back foot, you can easily take your time here if you're Taylor Gang. Run the ball as they've done over and over and over again to establish it, and just milk the clock and then force Big Face once he has his time to be on offense into mistakes.
Yeah.
Pressure is a big thing here.
I mean, even if you look at the demeanor of these guys, like looking at Taylor Gang looks very calm, cool, collected. They're very relaxed. They're almost letting the game come to them. And then you look on the other side of the field. You look at Red Grant, you look at Big Face starting to look a little stressed.
Yeah.
We saw the big pop-off earlier after he tied things up, and now he's slowly watching the game slip away, and he's wondering, hey, what can I do to change this?
Yeah, Red Grant, I'll give props to him. He stayed the same, but Big Face has a lot of questions to answer. Here we go. Deep has almost caught it there.
Yeah. That would have been huge. Is your voice okay after that?
Sorry, yeah. It's been a lot of...
It's not like you've been swallowing whole eggs.
My voice is fine. Thank you. Jeez.
It was a great pass downfield, though. Very, very exciting. Wow, that was 4 downs already? Oh, no, that's the half. Okay. I was like, what? What happened
That's
there?
why I freaked out. All right. Taking a peek here. Oh, Okoye with another
the truck.
nice run back.
Oh, no! Oh, hit him, man! Don't do it to him like that. Hit him, man.
Stick work.
Oh, no.
Go.
Yo, those are user skills right there.
Yeah.
Those are user skills. Now, Degon, this is worst case scenario. I said, hey, I was like, what you don't want to do is 2 possessions, and then get the ball back. Not only did they have 2 possessions, get the ball back, but then they scored on the opening play.
Yeah, and this is the Taylor Gang that the 412 faithful have been waiting for a long time. Showing up. This is what they thought when they were flying over. They were here to play for ships.
Hey.
Right now, that ship is sailing right to the finals.
Hey, you know what? Hittemain has flown across country multiple times and gone home empty-handed every single time, but today, something smells different today.
Yeah, he's wearing that Patriots jersey. But again, him and Ludi just clicking on all forms here. Great blocking, big stiff arm on the return, and now 3-possession game for Big Face to crawl out of.
Big Face, big run back, gets brought back. Oh, before the 20. You know, that hurts. That really hurts. Because at this point, you know, you're like you said earlier, you're just being forced into call plays that you don't want to call, which is going to force you to make mistakes. Because now you have to go for so many yards because you have so little time.
I think you give yourself into 2 minutes of this quarter to just keep your normal offense. Continue to just run the ball. Don't change too much. Woo. Good swat away there on defense. But again, just stick with your same offense here. But Big Face,
but right now, Taylor Gang's trying to get in his head. You know, Taylor Gang knows
he's smiling. He knows.
Taylor Gang knows that. Hey, they're like they got their headphones on. They're locked in. They're like, hey, you know, Big Face, he can hear what we're saying.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get in his head right now. And this, you know, you could argue this is where those veteran players may have the advantage because they've been here so many times before. They have so many years playing Madden that, you know, they're used to years of trash talk.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, when you grow up on this game, when you grow up so competitive, I think that's your big drive here. Like, again, Big Face, he's facing it head on right now. Here we go. Oh, big hit stick.
That could have been a huge fumble.
Big hit stick.
You know, if that's a fumble, then, you know, then we call this one.
I think that is very brave of you to call it.
You know, every time I say I think we can call this one, you know, I haven't been wrong yet, D-Gon.
It's because you're calling it when it's a 3-possession game.
Sometimes that's in the first quarter. You know, 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Oh, Luck almost got drilled there.
That was good. He did get drilled. But he's able to get back up.
Really just pounded that one into the dirt. But somehow able to still get it off.
Yeah, it's faulty protection. I think they need to go ahead and take a look at the type of protection they're using so that they can secure the passer a little bit more. And,
yeah, just stuffed.
Not so good again. It's tough, man. Right now, yards have been real tough to come by. But Big Face still working through it. 2nd and 13 was able to get that big pass over the middle. But down 18, they got to work their way back in. That's 3 whole possessions.
Yeah, here's the thing, D-Gon. Like, sure, you're getting positive yardage sometimes, but now you're at 2nd and 13, and the clock is still running.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're going to run out of time, and you cannot waste time when you're down 3 possessions.
Oh, here we go. He's got a blocker in front. Gets himself out of bounds.
Did he make it out?
Either way, it was a massive, massive gain there. 11-yard run. That's good. Ooh. But again, Big Face is trying to get something going right now. You got to score on this possession, cut it down to a 2-possession game.
Hey, you know what? No matter what happens, again, still very impressed with Big Face. Big Face, the youngest member of the GGL coming through. Very impressive performance.
Woo!
That one's going the other way.
That was Caster Curse right there.
To the house. Hey.
Will we see a spectacular juke? Woo. Oh, man. He must be sick because somebody call a doctor.
Yeah. A little premature house call, but either way, still big-time interception. Big Face, this is what we're talking about. He's starting to press there. That was clearly double covered. I don't think he had an option to throw to. Probably could have ran. Needed 2 yards for the first down. Instead, the other way, and Taylor Gain looking good. Trying to book their ticket to the finals here.
Hey, that first ticket, looking to punch it here.
Oh.
Punch that first ticket, guarantee themselves a spot in the final. You guarantee yourself a spot in the finals, you're going to walk away with $950.
Yeah.
You got $420 for making it to the Final Four. You got another $500 just for making it to the finals.
$920. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, $920. I don't know why I want to keep making that 2 a 5.
Yeah. No.
Dyslexia.
I was like, wait a sec.
Yeah.
I was like, do they win 530?
Yeah, dyslexia. It's a real thing.
This is it's pretty tough. Woo!
Oh, see? You see? You know what he did? He did that
stumble recovery.
Stumble recovery.
There it is.
Yeah, that was it.
Stumble recovery. So
I
big
mean,
tackle.
Didn't get a lot out of it. It's still, 3rd and 14, but
Yeah, it's not looking so good right now. Red Grant just needs to do his job, hold him here to a field goal, still keep it a 3-possession game, but 3 possessions, that's a lot.
it's a big 3 possessions with this little
Oh, drop
time.
back to pass! Oh.
Oh, now we're seeing a little dissension amongst the ranks. We're seeing Ludi say, hey, you hit Y. He's like, no, I hit A. So is this the crack in the armor that the team of Red Grant and Big Face need?
That's a long conversation from now. I think that's them hashing it out.
It's got to start somewhere.
I think it doesn't start with whatever the heck they're doing. It starts with the fact that offense hasn't got anything going.
Well, maybe they missed this field goal.
There you go, accurate kick. Oh, dings off.
Oh, what did I say? Maybe they missed this field goal.
Again.
See, it's got to start somewhere. First, it starts with dissension in the ranks. Then you don't make your field goal. So now you're not gonna be up 21. Like there's so many things in play here, Degon. Like
That's still a bridge so far. That's such a.
Hey, we like crossing bridges here. We bridge gaps.
I like scoring points. I like Big Face scoring points last time. He needs to score.
Yeah. Well, he's young. He hasn't scored that often.
Yes. All right, here we go. You see him.
Just look at Big Face's face.
Oh my gosh. There's just no time for him to block. To Davian Clowney with his X Factor online, just rushing right on through, man.
Here's the thing. When you're down by this many points, you're looking for big plays. So you're spending the majority of your time looking downfield. So you take your eyes off of those guys that are rushing towards your quarterback, and you just can't do that, especially when you haven't given yourself that much room.
Okay. Yeah, take that. Oh!
Big throw.
Oh, user SWAT. What a play.
Get that shit out of here.
Huge play over there by Hit a Man.
I don't play football.
Woo!
We're almost seeing a new Hit Man.
This is a new Hit Man.
We haven't seen this Hit Man before. He said, I'm not flying home empty-handed.
No, his hat says dad. And I thought it was because he was like, repping for his kids, but it's because he's making everyone their kid right now. He's daddy right now.
He's making everybody his son?
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Killing it. There. Oh, no. Oh.
I mean, he was wearing Papa Brady's Father Tom shirt.
He is, and the concession punt is coming out. I mean, it's 4th and 25, so you have to punt it.
Oh, that's terrible. It's so short.
Oh, no.
That's just rough. That's rough. That's what Degon. I'm gonna take it back to everyone that's won and run in dominating fashion has been wearing the headsets.
Yeah,
they've been wearing them properly. They've been communicating. You would almost say that communication is key, and a quality headset could lead to a victory.
Yeah, I'd also say a lot of the better players have been wearing the headsets. Oh. Nice little jump. Oh, no. Oh, did he get it? Oh, short.
No, just short. Just short.
But that is the end of the third quarter.
But it's 1st and goal from what, the 1?
From the 1, end of the third quarter. It should be an easy punch in here in a second.
I almost at this point, I wouldn't even punch it in.
Why?
Because I honestly, just because I'm me, I would probably just try to keep dropping it there at the 1 to give you the ball at the 1 to go for the safety, just to add that to the repertoire of things that I did to you in this game.
Jeez. This is true. I mean, last offensive drive was negative yards. Here we go. Running the outside.
I mean, think about what we saw. We saw in Elroy's game, he said, hey, we had to make a statement. We had to make a statement to everyone that we are the champions. We're here. We are who we say we are. At this point, Taylor Gang saying, hey, we're here. Because to this point, we've never, thought that we'd see them this late in the bracket. And they're saying, nah, today, you guys got us underestimated.
That's right. But Taylor Gang just immediately stamping their authority onto this, saying, hey, look, whoever wins on the other side of the bracket, we're ready to go, whether that's the returning champs of Snoop and T-Dap or the challengers in the form of Tecmo Bowl and Chevy Woods.
You got to wonder what's going through the mind of Tecmo Bowl right now. Like, after watching these games, seeing such high-scoring games, like, he's wondering, like, hey, is this the kind of offensive production that we're going to need to stay in this?
Yeah, and, again, Chevy Woods didn't get a ton of offensive production. That was a 13-10 game, but it's more about how good is Tecmo Bowl's defense. We've talked about it being a strength on that roster, and he's going up against both T-Dap and Snoop. We don't even know who's playing offense, who's controlling the offense, and both of them are highly capable of doing so. So, pretty interesting situation here unfolded on the other side of the bracket. Because this one's starting to look pretty done and dusted.
Well, I mean, so you're down by 25. You got 4 minutes and 55 seconds left. What do you need? You need huge plays for a lot of yards in a short amount of time. What does that usually lead to? Horrible mistakes.
One of those can be a field goal. One of those can be a field goal.
But to get into field goal range, you got to go for something deep. Running plays for no gain, that's not going to help you right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the points, too, came off of runs, so you're trying to replicate that. But when there's always two safeties sitting back, it makes it a lot harder.
Ooh, I like that. I like it a lot. You gotta let it go. You got to let it go.
Again, right now you're just seeing not enough time here. With Andrew Luck, I think you're okay to run and just take your chunk yards for now. And then once you force out a spy or something like that, that's one less person covering, but just hasn't been the case. 3rd and 20. It's a long distance to get to that first.
We haven't seen we've not seen a lot of people willing to throw the ball away. Sometimes you got to say, hey, you know what? Instead of taking this sack, I'm just we're willing to get rid of the ball. Throw it out of bounds.
There we go. There's some time. Run. Go get it. Yeah, that's much more manageable here.
Yeah, almost back to the line of scrimmage.
9 yards. But still a long bridge to go.
4th and 11. So are we going to they have to go for it, right?
Yeah.
They have to go for it, but look at the field position you're going to give them the ball back if you don't convert here.
Here we go. Oh no. That's the wrong team. That's the wrong team with the golden helmet.
But that's what we said. See? That's stumble recovery when you're running. It gives you the stop.
That's rough. That's real rough right
Stop.
there. That's really rough right there.
No,
Again.
I love that. I love that move.
I mean, Hittermain, Ludi, they've earned this. They've had so many different tournaments where they've been the ones on the receiving end. Now they're in a form that is nearly unstoppable. Another touchdown after another play.
Oh, they're feeling it right now.
They are absolutely feeling it.
They are firing on all cylinders. They pretty much sealed their ticket going into the finals. This is their first finals appearance ever in the GGL.
Yeah.
And guess what? They did it as a team. They were like, hey, they lost those other games together, but today, so far, they've been nothing but winners.
Yeah, a lot of these blowouts coming off the fact that the other teams feel pressured to start making plays, and the gap just gets wider and wider for these teams that are ahead. And Taylor Gang, they're going all the way to the ship.
Doing it in the park. Doing it in the park. Oh, yeah, 40 Club. Oh, yeah, 40 Club. Yeah, that's a thing. That just happened.
It just happened so quickly.
Look at Hittermain. Hittermain's like, hey, man, what are we going to find to eat, bro? He's not even talking football anymore.
No.
They're like, hey, you want to go to Nightingale this weekend? He's like, I don't know, maybe. He's like, I heard Paris Hilton was there a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
that's not what you meant to happen.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't want that to happen at all.
No, it's the auto pickup where your guy runs out of bounds at the 1 yard line. You say you wanted a safety earlier.
I wanted it. We might just get it.
Yeah, rough.
The question is, can Hittermain get a safety?
Dang, look at that box stacked.
Oh.
All right, he got yards.
Yeah, he got out.
He's
He
good.
got out.
He's good.
If he was a step faster, there's a safety there. Still not out of the realm of possibility, starting that far back with luck, though.
Yeah. Oh, no. That time was negative yards.
Yeah, because now you're back at the 1. Now 3rd and 9. Big chance for a safety here for Hittermain. You know that's what he wants. The question is, will he overcommit, and can that cost him deep?
Torrey Holt. It's the Y over the middle. Here we go.
Here it comes.
Ooh.
Did you see it? He got it off
close.
just in time.
That was close. And they even kept it in the extra tight end to block, but just right off the edge, corner blitz. Good pressure.
4th and 9. I mean, you have to go for it. You don't even have room to kick this one away.
Look
really.
at all the X factors that are charged because of how dominant the defense has been. 4th and 9.
Taylor Gang really figured out something new.
He was blocking, solid blocking.
Oh, that's not where you want to turn over the ball.
Nah.
That's rough.
50 club
So
possible on this possession.
Yeah, I mean, if they went for 2, and the way their offense have really been producing, I would go for 2 just to say I put you in the 50 club.
Yeah. Oh man, it's quiet.
Look at the cameras. They've been real quiet right there.
Yeah, Big Face is thinking about all the homework he has to do now.
Yeah. Big face
Both
look
in
kind of
Madden and real life.
Big face looking kind of small face right now. It's pretty tough.
Hey, you know what? It shows a certain amount of resilience that he came out here.
Yeah.
He won a game in the first round, made it to the second round, but he had very stiff competition in the second round.
That was pretty tough. Here we go. Will they be able to get snap off before the clock? No.
No, they're gonna wait for the 2-minute warning.
All right, 2-minute warning going on through. 42-10. This one done and dusted. Trying to obviously keep him out of the 50 club, but Taylor Gang coming through.
So here's what we got. We got 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Taylor Gang solidly in the lead, 42-10. They're probably gonna get stuff. Not able to push that one in. All right. But after this game, we're going to do our presentation for the Final Four. Final Four is going to walk away with their prize, and then we'll have half of the finals signed, sealed, and delivered. We'll just be waiting for the winner of the Elroy and Tdap versus Chevy Woods and Tecmo Bowl game.
Yeah.
But got the Final Four envelopes right here. These envelopes are heavy. That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of green. And I don't mean the type that's in this Cedo fridge right here. Why is it red? Am I not going to be able to open it? Oh, there's. That's also a lot of green. That's a lot of green. So.
Heavy green.
It's heavy, man. It's real, real heavy, man.
All right, field goal getting chopped on through. Good stop here by Red Grant's defense. Only 45 points.
Only 45. That's 35-point lead, 40 seconds to go.
It's tough.
Yeah, so if you're Big Face, what are you going for now? Do you want to score just to say, hey, you want to close that gap a little bit?
I mean, he went for it on 4th and 9 on his own 1-yard line. Yeah, he's going to throw the ball. And they're going for it. Again, this is the kick that everyone tries to perfect. You force the guys to have to use or catch it. Otherwise, it kind of bounces all the way outside there. Return to the 20, and this one should be a couple plays before we call it a day.
So you got to wonder, again, this is one of those games where, these kind of games makes me nervous, right? So Hittermain, Ludi looked very dominant in this game, but we've seen that happen before. If you win too easily, it almost doesn't set you up properly for the next game. And then sometimes your defense is lacking.
Yeah, I think the defense doesn't get as much of a test just because of, unfortunately, the way it worked out here is, again, another run, nice tackle. But this was Big Face that was popping off, right? His offense was the strength in their quarterfinal matchup, and in the semifinals, you thought they're going to bring in a little more. Fortunately, not quite able to. And the result is the score that you see on your screen. 2 run plays. We'll call it a day here. Yeah. All right, clock winding down.
Yeah, he may get one more playoff, or this one's going to be over. Nah, this one's done.
All right.
Cut the check just like that. For the first time in GGL history, the Taylor Gang has made it to the finals. We got the team up of Ludi and Hittermain going to the finals. Now the only question is who will be their date once they get there.
Yeah, is it going to be returning champs, Snoop Dogg and Tdap, or will it be their Taylor Gang mate in Chevy Woods with his friend Tecmo Bowl?
Taylor Gang. Taylor Gang. So that means we need to do we need to get the Final Four out here, because that means that's the very last time that we're gonna see Red Grant today.
Yeah.
And Big Face. So let's get Red Grant and Big Face to the booth. Also, of course, we got to get Hittermain Ludi to the booth.
Yeah. Yeah, all four of y'all. Come on in.
Well, congratulations, you guys. Congratulations on one, making it to the Final Four. Because you made it to the Final Four, you guys are going to walk away with, I got a couple of envelopes that I'm going to hand out to you guys. However, before we get to those envelopes, got to talk to Big Face. Big Face, congratulations on, getting out of the first round again. You had some very stiff competition in that second round. What do you think was the biggest issue you guys ran into against the Taylor gang today?
They had great run defense. Usually, like first round, we were able to run the ball, get good chunks yards, just to keep them honest. They shut down the run this game. They've had a really good run defense.
And so because they had a good run defense, what did that do to your passing game?
It forced me if they could just play pass defense. Because usually I can catch people off guard. I can catch them in certain formations that just I can pass the ball against. They can just sit back and watch me with those. They have good corners too. They have those man-up abilities.
Yeah.
Locking up.
I mean, that was a very impressive win. We saw such a dominating performance earlier. We've seen a few blowouts. I got to talk to the Taylor gang, though. So here's the thing. Hittermain, Ludi, you guys have been coming out since the very first, just to go back in GGL history. We've gone over this before, but I think it needs to be said again. So in GGL 1, the Taylor gang was called out specifically by the members of the compound. They said, hey, we want some real competition.
I think it's pretty magical. I think I need one in every room of my house. Look at this. I mean, the best refrigerator in the world.